Hi everyone, I am back for the second day of our Advent calendar. Last night we had the little hot air balloon die in the Spellbinders, and we had some printed cardstock, some card fronts. And this is the card I made with the Pink and Main. The Pink and Main one had this paper. I cut a strip out of one of the sheets. I used a stencil. I stenciled this background, matted this on the pink paper, and then did the happy birthday sentiment. That's an old Spellbinders. It's a stamp and die set. So that's the card I made with the Pink and Main. And let's see, if you did not see it, and if I can find it, this stuff, I had my desk cleaned off, and then I found some papers and it's left there. And then this was the hot air balloon die that came in the Spellbinders Advent calendar. And that was the card I made with that one. So we are, once again, I'm going to start with the Pink and Main. We are going to grab the Day 2 envelope. I'm going to set the box aside. We're going to open this up. I'm feeling it feels like a stamp set, but we shall see. Yes. Oh, isn't that cute? Hang on a second. Let me see. Can you see it if I use this pink? So it looks like a kitty cat or a tiger sitting in a box. There is the happy birthday sentiment. You see there's a hat and there's some presents. So that's a super cute stamp set. So that would have worked with that paper from, or the cardstock from the first night. And I'm just going to jump right over and open door 2 on Spellbinders, which is over here. Another stamp set, and it is gorgeous also. This is a little, Pink and Main is super cute. This is a little more elegant. That would look good stamped and alcohol inked. Why is my light getting darker? Or, colored pencils. Watercolor, that would look great as a watercolor panel. So, gosh, now I'm in a quandary as to which one to use. A second, can I zoom in anymore? Nope. Nope, that's as zoomed as I can get. I thought it was. Let me check. I feel like I'm so far away. Oh my goodness. I'm very slow at coloring. So I'm not sure anybody wants to watch me color one of these. Let's do this. If I do him, I would want to color all these images. So we're going to stick with the Spellbinders. Kiki, as usual, is down here by my side. It is not yet time for a TREAT. Let's see, I just got some new alcohol markers too, so if I can find where I put them, what I do with them. If I stuck them back here, okay. Card panel. Aha. Here we are. I ordered these and just got them yesterday, Saturday, at the time I'm recording this. So that's rather timely. And it's my good old standby. Get out my mini Misty. There's somebody playing with their toy. Me if I didn't make a mess here. Okay. And I'm stamping this in my Memento Tuxedo Black. You can read that. There we go. And you can get it tons of places. It's not like it's hard to come by. That is so pretty. Stamp it there. Let's see. See if I get a little better impression there. Yes. That looks good. And I'm going to leave this in here for a few minutes. I'm going to heat set this real quick just to make sure it's dry before I start coloring. I don't know if that's completely necessary, but it makes me feel better anyway. So let's And I always feel better starting off with a lighter color. I'm not being too terribly careful with this one here. Just slapping some color. I'm not even flicking or doing any of that. I'm not a super good colorist. It's just something that takes a lot of practice. And I don't do a ton of coloring. It's just not my jam. So I'm not super comfortable with it. Here comes a cat off the screened-in porch. He's always got his hello. He's got to tell me about everything that's happening in the neighborhood. Hey, Axel, I'm busy. He says nobody is ever too busy to pet a cat. Move. Go on. Get down. Get down. So good boy. So if I kind of lose myself in this coloring and quit talking because I'm concentrating so hard that my multitasking ability, which is non-existent anyway, has flown out the window. Or we could just blame it on the cat. Okay. And I tend to only use 3 colors on most projects. But since these are new and I haven't tried them, I'm going to use all 4 colors. I'll tell you, it is worth having some of these small stamp sets like this. Simply because they're very versatile. You can use them for a border, like you could do one of these in 2 corners and have a sentiment in the middle, and your card is done. I love simple and quick because I'm not a fast crafter by any means. And I mean, I have spent hours on cards, especially, sometimes there's a special card that you need to make for someone. But I don't usually have that kind of time to craft. I come home, I will watch some YouTube usually. And just a little bit of that, and I'm done. It's time for me to take my shower and get ready for. Did I go out of order? Then it's time for me to take my shower and get ready for bed. You people are crazy. My cats are playing. Kiki will pretend that she doesn't like Axel, and then she'll come and egg him on, getting him to play with her, little heifer. These are some very pretty colors in this set. I'm usually bad about getting outside the lines. So I have all of the Altenew alcohol markers. I love them. They have a beautiful brush nib, and they have this nice tiny nib for getting in tight places. They have a really wide range of colors. They work beautifully. The one drawback of these markers is they are not open stock. So if something happens with one, you can't just order a new marker. I had one that almost immediately after I got them, got super dry. And of course, for that, I'm not doing any flicking here because I don't want to. I'll flick right outside the line. So anyway, I was able to order a replacement nib, and it seems to be working okay now. The ink in that one just seems sticky. And I've refilled it. But anyway, like if it were to bust and leak or something, you can't just order a replacement. And that's the one drawback over some of the other brands, especially like Copic. I've got to go back. Color this one in darker. And I know you're supposed to go back and forth, but honestly, for me, that's enough coloring. And let's see, let's do those little bitty ones. Now I have all four. I'm not going to even attempt using 4 colors. That looks like leaves, but I kind of think that's, I'm going to turn these into flowers. I don't know if that's flowers or leaves here, but for my purposes, this is going to be a flower because there's so many other leaves going on here. And these are so tiny, I'm only going to do 2 colors, not 3. Let's go back over it. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to use this little nib. And there, that's quite pretty. And then we are, I'm going to color the leaves. So, oops, come on, get in line. I'm just going to I'm going to pretend this is a leaf, not a bloom. I'm just going to do it these 2 lightest, colors. And then, let's see. I'm just going to start with this darkest. See, this is sort of nerve-wracking for me to do this. And you can, do like fast coloring, maybe, if you're very experienced. I am not. So I hope everyone is managing to get a little of their Christmas shopping out of the way. I used to try to buy everybody in the family a gift. I told my husband, I'm not doing that this year. I said, if you want to buy presents for adults, you can. but I'm buying for our 3 youngest grandkids. And that's going to be it. And that way, I'm going to splurge on them this year. I've already got ordered our youngest grandson's gifts. Had them shipped to their house, so it's so funny. He wanted a lava lamp of all things, which I thought that was a strange request, but that's what he asked for. And he wanted Alexa. So I managed to.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
So now she's talking to me over here. But anyway, so my stepdaughter, she was like, oh great, now I don't know what we're going to get him because that's the only things he's asked for. And I got him the Echo Dot that is also has the actual alarm clock on it, the numbers. I use mine as an alarm clock, but it doesn't, it's just the little round device. Okay, oops, and I need to do the center of that. Let me put these back in here. Okay, I might have to do that a second darkest yellow. Well, that turned out lovely. It's really pretty. I don't know why this camera keeps wanting to go dark. So that is, actually looks better in person than on the camera. So I'm really pleased with that. And let's see. I saw my masking paper somewhere. And where it is, I don't even know. I was like, hang on one second. You know, I put it up where it makes sense for it to go, but where that is. That's not it. That is. Well, I think it's nice. This is not. That is double-sided adhesive. Well, isn't that nice? So, what I'm going to try to do is just use copy paper here. And let's see, not you. Where's my temporary adhesive stuff? This one. That's my removable adhesive. Okay. There we go. Oops, I'm looking. Try to create a mask here. Oh, I made a mess. Do I have ink all over me? Set these over there. Oh, I get to use my Tim Holtz scissors again. I love these things. And I am not a fast fussy cutter either. Actually, I don't really need to cut out. All I need to do is cut out, I think mainly that part. And then I'm going to stencil so let's see here. Sorry I'm so slow and I'm concentrating, so it's hard for me to do this teeny delicate work and talk at the same time. That's why I admire all of our many content creators. And I know it's one of those things that comes with practice, but who can keep up a dialogue, they do lives, they can keep up with the chat. I just don't have the experience yet to be able to do all the things like that. But just, it's like with anything, it's just practice. You just have to practice and keep at it. And sometimes usually my job kind of gets in the way. I do have some liquid masking stuff that I got from Altenew. I've tried to use it once. I didn't really have very good results. Probably, again, just not experienced using the product. And that it might have been good to try it on this because this is sure finicky here. Okay. Sorry, this is going to take me just a few. Maybe this was not such a great idea, but by golly, I've started it and now I'm going to stick with it. Sometimes you just get an idea. And I am determined to carry it out. And I'm sure this will look fine in the end. Let's see, what am I doing here? Whew. Goodness. That's some tight quarters there. Very tight. You know something? Let's see. I'm just gonna do that separately. So, tell you one nice thing would be if they, don't think they did it with anything in last year's, but you know, like if you got a stamp set, you would get a little die set for it as well. It might be that's just, you know, I don't know if it's too expensive. There's somebody's vehicle running out there. The neighbors. Goodness. Sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm going to do this side here. I'm not sure exactly where, oops. Okay. Come off of there. And you come off of there. I'm not going to stencil around this side because I think that's where I'm going to trim the panel down. But I am going to go ahead and trim these leaves here. Okay, whatever we end up here with is going to be fine. There's my other little flower piece, leafy piece. Come on, I love the silicone mat, but boy, you cannot just brush this paper away to the side. Okay. Now, let's see. We can get this placed on here really well. Uh-oh. Come on. And then this guy goes down here. Come on. There we go. And, okay, I'm going to have to do a little more trimming here. Hope you'll bear with me. Probably tear this up before it's all over with. I may just have, should have just stenciled right over the flower. which may not have looked bad actually, depending on what stencil pattern you choose. Oh my gosh, we're getting down here to the end. Hallelujah. Okay. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do this. There's probably a much faster way of doing this, but I don't hardly ever cut masks. Or do any kind of masking techniques. Okay, that's as good as that's going to get. So we're going to quickly grab out a stencil. And I've probably y'all have seen this before in videos. This is how I keep my stencils. I've got 4. I just keep them in order by company for the most part. So I thought I had like a trellis stencil. Come here. Yeah. Right here. I'm going to just try the trellis stencil on here. Hey, sweetie. Axel does have to tell me all about anything he sees outside. He's very vocal. He's also a ginger cat, so not every day is his day to, my assistant director says that all the ginger cats in the world share one brain cell. And with Axel, I often believe that. Bless his heart. So now, what color? I want to do that. Blue is sort of my go-to background, especially for florals. So is that what we want to stick with? Because that's my comfort zone. Let me look at my inks here. Yes, sweetie, I love you because you're the best. And we have, I don't want anything to clash with those greens either. So I'm going to start out with this Oh Boy, very light blue. stencils want to move some. And we're just going to do should have put this in my stamp wheel and I didn't. Sure makes your life easier when it comes to stenciling. Ah! That's not holding that down good. So, by golly. There we go. Anyway, I love my stamp wheel. Okay. So, let's see how this looks. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Boy, that's gooey. I have to get out my adhesive eraser. That's coming off though just fine. And I'm going to set that to the side, get rid of some of this, and clean up that ink before I have a tragedy here and say words that I probably shouldn't say on YouTube. Okay, there we go. Let me get my trimmer. Okay, so I have this over here that I'm not liking. So we are not even going to be, hey sweetie, hey, you're the one who got up here. He's like looking at this brush like it's going to poison him. Oh, there we go. I got a little on the edge of the flower, but not much. So I have probably kept you all long enough. I'm going to finish the card off camera, and I'll also try to do a card with the Pink and Name stamp set as quickly as I can, and then I will show them off on one of my next videos. But I hope y'all enjoyed seeing the product, and I will see you all on the next video.